Hi children, today I am going to explain about open vessel concept and second next one Avogadro's law, third one ideal gas equation. Okay, Nandi? In last class we discussed about Boyle's law, Charles law 1, Charles law 2. Now fourth one open vessel concept. Sir, what is open vessel concept, sir? If you take any vessel, in that vessel, gaseous particles are present. These gaseous particles are escaped when you increase the temperature. Gaseous molecules are escaped. So generally gaseous molecules are escaped means how many number of molecules or how many number of moles escape. So number of molecules are expressed in number of moles. So how many moles or how many molecules are escaped? Are you understand? In another way, we can express in another way, that is how many molecules or how many moles present in the vessel. Right? So simply it is expressed as open vessel concept. Very simple side is if temperature increases, number of molecules or number of moles decreases. This is the relation between temperature and number of moles. Okay, but one condition is there. Condition is at constant temperature and pressure. If you maintain constant temperature and pressure constant, then we can measure. If the temperature is increases, number of moles present in the vessel decreases. This is the simple concept. Now write the definition of the open vessel concept. At constant temperature and pressure, number of molecules or moles inversely proportional to temperature. This is the open vessel concept. Now, in mathematical expression, N is inversely proportional to temperature. Okay, Randy? But what is the condition? At constant temperature and pressure. Then, this is the formula. Now, for removing this proportionality, introduce one constant, that is n is equal to T. Here K is the proportionality constant. If this T move to this side, Nt is equal to, simply write like this, constant. Nt is equal to constant. Now for any two conditions or for any two gases, or two conditions, what is the formula? Very simple. N1 by T1 is equal to, N1 T1 is equal to N2 T2. For three gases, that is equal to N3 T. Okay, this is open vessel concept. Write down, completed. Next concept, Avogadro's law. Sir, what is Avogadro's law, sir? We know very well in mole concept, if you take 1 mole of gas, it occupies 22.4 liters or 22,400 milliliters water. Any gas. This is the mole concept. 1 mole of gas occupy how much volume? 22.4 liters volume or 22,400 ml volume. We know very well this concept. Same Avogadro's law also. Avogadro's law is at constant temperature and pressure. At constant temperature and pressure. Write the definition all of you. At constant temperature and pressure, any gas occupies or contains same number of molecules for same volume. Same number of molecules for same volume means if change the volume, change the moles or change the molecules. Okay, Randy? That's why this is the mathematical expression N. Wait a minute. Yeah. V. Actually, two conditions are there. V is directly proportional to N, capital N. The other one is V is directly proportional to small n. Okay, sir. So V is directly proportional to capital N. It is capital N or nothing but N naught. We know that this is Avogadro's number. This is Avogadro's number. So for any gas, this condition is applicable for any gas. Any gas occupy same number of volume contains same number of molecules. Same volume contains same number of moles. We can express both ways, either by molecules or by moles. Okay, sir. So this is the expression. One more time. At constant temperature and pressure, any gas occupies same number of molecules or moles for same volume. Okay, Randy? So that's why this is the mole concept. One if you take 1 mole of any gas, 1 mole nothing but 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. If that gas is molecules. If that gas is atoms. Okay, 1 mole of any gas occupies this much of volume. So volume is fixed for same number of molecules or same number of moles. Okay, sir. This is the Avogadro's law mathematical expression. Now see this. For remove this proportionality, V is equal to K M naught. Okay. Now this M naught move to this side. No need for here. What is M naught, sir? Here M naught is the. This is the K is proportionality constant. No problem. M naught is the Avogadro's number. And what is this one value? 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23. We know very well. Now come to this side. V is equal to K into N. This is the expression. Okay. Now this M move to this side. V by N is equal to K. K means what? Constant. For two gases, how can you express this? For two gases, V by N means what, sir? V1 by N1 is equal to V2 by N2. For two gases or for two conditions. Okay, Randy? And one more important point. How can you write, sir? Remember, what is small n, sir? Small n means number of moles, sir. And this is small n is equal to weight by molecular weight. Weight by molecular weight or molecular mass. So M is equal to simply small w by capital M. Remember this one all of you. Okay, Randy? Write down. Continuation. So small n is equal to w by M. What we know that V is equal to Km. So we can write V is equal to K into M means what, sir? Weight by molecular weight. If this M move to this side, V move to this side. So capital M is equal to K into W by V. What is this? Weight by volume. Weight by volume means what, sir? Density. M is equal to K into density. Okay, so once observe these two. What is the relation here? These two terms are present in the numerator only. Means what is the relation between these two? So molecular weight is directly proportional to density. Molecular weight is directly proportional to the density. This is the relation between molecular mass of the gas and density of a gas. But we know that one more section here. Molecular mass or molecular weight is equal to 2 into vapor density. Vapor density means that if the gas is vapor, it is taken as vapor density. So when you substitute this value in this equation, 2 into vapor density is also directly proportional to no need to substitute here. Once you observe these two, molecular weight and vapor density, these two are also directly proportional. So M is directly proportional to vapor density. Okay, sir. This is the Avogadro's law. Very simple law. In Avogadro's law, first one is the V is directly proportional to M0. Here M0 is nothing but number of gaseous atoms or number of gaseous molecules. And second one is V is directly proportional to smaller. Smaller means number of moles of a gas. After this one, this is the important. V is equal to Kn. Next, for two gases, V1 by M1 is equal to V2 by M2. And number of moles N is equal to weight by molecular weight. After that, substituting this one, finally, what is the relation between density and molecular weight means this condition, and molecular weight and vapor density this condition. This formula is also important for solving problems. Okay, sir? This one completed. Next one, next concept, ideal gas. Ideal gas. Listen concept first, all of you. If one gas is given to you, check that gas is follows Boyle's law, Charles law, and Avogadro's law. If any gas obeys means satisfy these three laws, then it is called ideal gas. For example, if any gas does not satisfy these three laws, then it is called real gas. Okay, sir. Now write the definition, all of you. Ideal gas, a gas which obeys Boyle's law, Charles law, Avogadro's law, or gas laws, is called an ideal gas. Okay, ready? Second point, a gas which does not obey gas laws is called a real gas. Two definitions completed: ideal gas, real gas. Next point, third point, very interesting. But some real gases also shows ideal gas condition, ideal gas behavior. Ideal gas behavior means satisfying Boyle's law, Charles law, and Avogadro's law, but at a specific conditions only. What is that condition, sir? Low pressure and high temperature. Low pressure and high temperature. Okay, ready? Now write the third point. Real gases also shows ideal behavior at particular conditions or specific conditions. That is like this. That is low pressure and high temperature. This is the ideal gas, real gas, and real gas also shows behavior ideal at a specific conditions. Right. Now next one. Ideal gas equation. Ideal gas equation. Next slide reading. Ideal gas equation. What is ideal gas equation, sir? Very simple. We know that Boyle's law. What is Boyle's law, sir? What is Boyle's law, sir? So according to Boyle's law, V is inversely proportional to T. This is the Boyle's law. This is the Boyle's law. Next one, Charles law. What is the Charles law, sir? V is proportional to T. Okay, Randy. Next one, Avogadro's law. Avogadro's law. V is directly proportional to N. Now combining these three equations. V is directly proportional to 1 by P, V is directly proportional to T, V is directly proportional to N. Therefore, V is directly proportional to 1 by P into T into M. But removing this proportionality, they introduced one constant. That constant R is the gas constant or universal gas constant. Okay. Into 1 by P into T into M. So this P move to this side. PV is equal to, very simple, nRT. Actually here one name is there. NTR. Okay sir? nRT. Okay, but chemistry, this is the R. PV is equal to nRT, not NTR. Okay sir? This is called ideal gas equation. This is called ideal gas equation. Okay, so here P is the pressure, V is the volume, N is the number of moles, R is the universal gas constant, T is the temperature. The important one is here, capital R. What is capital R, sir? Universal gas constant. Universal gas constant. And this constant having different values with different units. Okay, see this. R is equal to 0.0821 liter atmosphere mole inverse Kelvin inverse. Second one, 0.0831 liter bar. This is liter atmosphere value, this is liter bar value. Remaining two common, mole inverse Kelvin inverse. Sir, how can we get this value, sir? Very simple. We want R value, sir. These two terms move to that side. Then R is equal to PV by NT. P is pressure units, V volume units, N number of moles units, T temperature units. So N is number of moles. So that's why mole inverse. Temperature taken in Kelvin. So Kelvin inverse. These two mole inverse, Kelvin inverse come for all. But pressure volume based on the taken units. Here volume liters and pressure is atmosphere. Here volume in liters, pressure in bars. Okay, Randy? Now come to the next one. 8.314 joules. Joule mole inverse Kelvin inverse. Next one. 8.314 into 10 to the power of 7 Erg mole inverse Kelvin inverse. Last one, this is 1.98 or approximately it is taken as 2. 1.98 are taken as 2 calories. Calories mole inverse Kelvin inverse. These values are very important. Gas constant values for problems. Okay. This is ideal gas equation. This is important directly. No need this explanation for you. Direct this one. And what is gas constant and what values are most important. Okay, and write down. Now, formulas, different formulas. What is the equation? We know that ideal gas equation PV is equal to nRT. PV is equal to nRT. Right. But what is N? Number of moles. What is the formula? Weight by molecular weight. So PV is equal to weight by molecular weight, RT. Okay, sir? Right. For my convenience, this V move to this side. So P is equal to W by V and RT by M. We know very well what is this one? Weight by volume means that is density. So P is equal to D into RT by M. This is one expression for calculating the molecular mass. Then this M is moved to this side, P is moved to this side. So capital M is equal to dRT by P. This is the expression useful for solving problems. Okay, and M is equal to dRT by P. Or sometimes only D also we can solve. What is that? Small d is equal to Pm by RT for solving density. for solving density. This is for molecular mass. We can convert this formula into any ways. Okay, sir. Right. Now for two conditions or two gases. What is the formula? See all of you here. We know that R is the okay, right again here. PV is equal to nRT. Right. R is gas constant. If you maintain the constant temperature or room temperature, then this N move to here. What happened then? PV by N is equal to RT. So if here temperature is constant, then PV by N is equal to constant. Then apply two conditions or two gases. Then what happened? P1 V1 by N1 is equal to P2 V2 by N2. This is also very important and useful for the solving problems. Right? So today concepts are completed. Today concepts, first one, open vessel concept. So open vessel concept means, directly remember all of you, N is proportional to T. Right? Just wait a minute. 6. N is inversely proportional to T, and by using this one, N1 T1 is equal to N2 T2. This formula is enough to solve the problems. For Avogadro's law, two formulas, V is proportional to N0 or V is proportional to N. This is useful for solving the problems. Okay, sir. So V1 by N1 is equal to V2 by N2. This is important. After this, we are solving few more formulas. So all what ticked here, these formulas are very important. Okay, Randy? Thank you very much.